Previously on Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. I've never played this game, but I'm so upbeat about it. Sayori fumbles with her words. So let's just say that one day Yuri asked to walk with you. Huh? What would you do? What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. I'd walk home with Yuri. Walk home with Yuri, huh? Why does that thought make my heart pound? I mean, given how hard it is for her to socialize, I'd feel awful turning her down, so isn't she so beautiful and smart? That has nothing to do with what I just said. You admitted it. Jeez. There's not even any point in speculating that's never gonna happen. Well, maybe, but I just like to think about it. It's not long before you won't need me anymore, you know? Need you? Sayori. Can't figure out how you'll see things in your head right now. Sorry. Everyone's different. Nobody in the club is a replacement for you. If you say so. Conversation trails off and I'm left feeling awkward. It was kind of her fault for trapping me with such an awkward question. I can't just lie to her. If there's something that makes her happy, I would hate to take that away from her. That's why I said there's no point in speculating. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? Oh man, I'm the last one here again? Don't worry, I just walked in too. Were you practicing piano again? Yeah. You must have a lot of determination. Starting this club and now picking up piano. Well, maybe not determination, but I guess... Is that rain? I'm sorry. I didn't open that, did I? I'll be right back. Sorry about that. My closet was open and I didn't remember opening it, so it was weird. But I guess passion. Remember that the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't all for you. And I'm super happy that you're all willing to help me out for the festival too. I can't wait for the festival. It's gonna be great. Weren't you complaining about it yesterday, Natsuki? Well, yeah. I'm not talking about our part of the festival, but this whole day of school where we get to play and eat all kinds of delicious food. You sound a little bit like Sayori all of a sudden. Monika, they usually have fried squid? Squid? That's a pretty specific thing to look forward to. Oh, come on. Are you saying you don't like squid? You of all people? Hey, I didn't say I don't like it. Besides, what do you mean, you of all people? Because it's right in your name. Monika. That's not how you say my name at all. Also, that joke's made no sense in translation. Oh, never mind. Let's just focus on our own event for now, okay? Fine. Your actions aren't as fun as Yuri's or Sayori's anyway. Excuse me? Where's Sayori anyway? Oh, there you are. Sayori's sitting at the desk in the corner looking down at nothing. I walk over to her. Hey, Sayori. I have my hand in front of her face. You're spacing out again. Sorry. Don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else. Huh? Is everything alright? Of course. Why wouldn't it be? It just feels like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things. Jeez, you worry about me too much. I'm fine, see? Sayori shows me a big smile. Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone else. Well, alright. If you say so. I worriedly glance at Sayori before turning back toward everyone else. But the conversation has already dispersed with everyone back to their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monika if she noticed anything. Since they were preparing for the festival, they spent a long time together. I timidly approached Monika, who was shuffling through papers at her desk. Dominus, what's up? Hey, this might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything with Sayori recently? Anything up with her? What way do you mean? Maybe I'm reading into it much, but she seems a bit downcast today. Oh, you think so? Can't say I've noticed anything about her. Monika peers around the room, who is idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk. Maybe there is something on her mind. But I'm not surprised I'm not the one asking you, Indominus. You certainly know her a lot better than I do. Yeah, but she's never really like this. She's always talked to me about things that bothered her. This time when I asked her, she was very dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask if you knew anything, so I'll drop it now. No. It's important to me too. I mean, I'm also friends with her. And I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know? Maybe I'll try talking to her myself. Are you sure about that? She seems to want to be left alone. Are you sure? Maybe she just had a hard time bringing it up with a person of interest. Person of interest? What do you mean by that? I'm saying that maybe the thing on her mind is you, Indominus. Me? How on earth would you come to that conclusion? Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but Sayori talks about you more than anyone else, you know? Eh? She's been so much happier ever since she joined the club. It's like an extra light was turned on inside her. What? No way. Sayori is always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any different now than it always has been. You're so funny, Indominus. Have you thought that maybe you've always seen her as so cheerful? Because that's how she is when she's around you? I said too much. I'm sorry. What do I know anyway? I didn't mean to jump to conclusions, so you should forget about what I said. I'm trying to talk to her, so try not to think about it now. Alright. Monika smiles meaningfully. I know she just said to forget it, but I already know that I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Monika stands up from her desk and walks around the room to where Sayori is sitting, watching kneel down next to her and gently talk to her. But she's keeping her voice so quiet that I can't hear it from here. I sigh and sit down myself. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her, to have fun with everyone else. That's possible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her that I'm letting this weigh down so much? Now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary. But there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monika. Why does it feel like I'm being watched? I glance around the room. Suddenly I notice Yuri peering at me over her book. She looks away just quickly with a flustered look on her face. I realize that she won't get anywhere like this. Never really noticed Yuri approach anyone or start a conversation on her own accord, so I have no choice but to approach her myself. But now it's a little easier for me to do that. I stand up from my desk and sit in the one next to her own. I mean to bother you or anything. Relax, you didn't do anything. But I could tell that you wanted to be alone with your thoughts. Alone with my thoughts? How were you even able to tell what I was thinking like that? Well, it's something that I do a lot, so it wasn't hard for me to spot based on your posture and expression. Not that I was staring or anything. She has like a red outline on her eyes. Am I just now noticing that? I didn't do anything creepy like that. In any case, I guess you were right. I'm sorry if I caused you any concern. Don't apologize. Your troubles are the only concern of those who are willing to share that concern. Of course, there are certainly those who find the most comfort in keeping to themselves. But if you'd prefer to share what's on your mind, then I'd be glad to listen. It's really not that big of a deal. I was just thinking a bit uneasy about Sayori. Sayori? Yeah, she seems a little off today, but when I asked her about it, she didn't want to admit it to me. So I can't help but wonder if something happened to her. Oh. That's quite romantic. Eh? Sorry. I didn't mean to say something stupid. It's not that, I just didn't want you to misunderstand. Sarah and I have been friends for a long time, that's all. I see. And perhaps it is unusual for her to be dismissive to you about her feelings. Or maybe I'm just reading into it a little too much. Dominus, the world is full of meaning, often hidden deep beneath plain sight. And there are many untold mysteries behind every person, no matter how well you may know them. So you think that there might be something behind it after all. I think that Sayori is a very complex person. Her mannerisms on the outside don't always match what might be going on inside her head. She might not always know what she wants. I noticed her strange behavior today too. I also feel some concern for her. But in your case, it looked like she was fully occupying your thoughts, wasn't it she? Well, I guess that was the case. Sayori. She really means a lot to you, doesn't she? I guess so. But you don't need to put it that way. We're just good friends, that's all. Yuri suddenly looked deeply into my eyes. Her expression was gentle and curious, as if she was searching for something. Embarrassed, I averted my gaze. Sometimes a person's mystery are often told, even to themselves. And you, as someone honest and caring, may uncover feelings you weren't aware were in you. That is, I think, she would be a very fortunate person to have you feel that way about her. Yuri, giving me too much credit. I'm a pretty simple guy, so I think I'm pretty good at understanding my own feelings. Not nearly as sophisticated as you. That's not a compliment, is it? It is what it is. It is what it is. Anyway, as long as we're here, why don't we do some reading? Well, as long as you're okay with it. Yeah. Should be able to take my mind off this whole thing. Okay, everyone. After some time passes, Monika calls out to the club room. Why don't we share our poems now? Before I know it, everything is back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems, and I do the same. I make eye contact with Monika, and she smiles at me. I wonder what she was talking about with Sayori. I'm going to share it with Yuri and go in the same order. Dominus, your writing has only improved in these last few days. Every poem you show me has been nothing short of spectacular. I can really feel the emotions. I'm a little envious, even. I don't think it ever came to me this naturally. Yuri, that's the wrong way to put it. This never did come to me naturally, but I've been able to improve so much thanks to you. You're really the example I was chasing after. Is that so? Yuri gently smiles to herself. This feeling. I'm so glad I got the chance to share my writing. I never thought it would feel like this. I remember you mentioning that yesterday. Can't believe that you're so good at something and that you never even shared it with anyone. It's kind of a shame. Maybe, but that's not like I really have a choice. What do you mean? Well, Yuri smiles sadly. Dominus, during lunchtime I eat by myself. Did you know that? It's a great time to find a quiet spot and do some reading. In fact, I always had some books with me. You could say I really enjoy reading. Well, that's one way to put it anyway, but books are so full of amazing and inspiring people. People you want to fall in love with. Or people you know you would make a really good friend. Cheerful people who always put a smile on your face. Or deep thinkers and problem solvers who discover the mysteries of life. So when you look at it that way, I'm surrounded by friends every day, you know? And those friends don't laugh at me. They don't tease me for spacing out all the time. They don't make fun of my body type. And they don't hate me for acting like a know-it-all. People say that about you? I'm not a know-it-all, Indominus. It's the opposite. I don't know anything. I don't know how to talk to people. I don't know how to make people see me as normal. I don't even know how to make myself happy. I have all these feelings. And all I do with them is read and write. But it wasn't until now that I started sharing it with you that I really understand what it was missing all this time. But I haven't really done anything. No? That's wrong. Just being patient and respectful. That's really important to me. I know I'm a difficult person, Dominus. I speak too slowly. I second-guess myself all the time. I read too deeply into things. But every time, you always treated me just like anyone else. It's just so rare that I feel comfortable with myself when I talk to others. That's why every time I talk to you, I just feel really happy. I see. Well, I treat you how you deserve to be treated, Yuri. And if other people don't see you that way, then screw them. I mean, I joined this club hoping I would make friends. And I would say I've at least had one success. Wouldn't you? If you put it that way, yeah. We really are friends now, aren't we? Yuri puts her head in her hands. This time she's smiling as she does. Do you want to show me your poem? Yeah, I do. Let me get it out for you. Ghost Under the Light, Part 2. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the ember glow, bathing. In the distance, a blue-green light flickers. A low figure crosses its path, a silhouette obstructing the eerie glow. My heart pounds, the silhouette grows closer, closer. I open my umbrella, casting a shadow to shield me from visibility, but I am too late. He steps into the streetlight. I gasp and drop my umbrella. The light flickers. My heart pounds. He raises his arm. Time stops. The only indication of movement is the ember light flicking against his outstretched arm. The flickering light is in rhythm with the pounding of my heartbeat, teasing me for succumbing to this forbidden emotion. Have you ever heard of a ghost feeling warmth before? Giving up on understanding. I laugh. Understanding is overrated. I touch his hand. The flickering stops. Ghosts are blue-green. My heart is ember. Interesting. Finishing the poem, I start to hand it back to Yuri, but instead of taking it from me, she looks away. Do you dislike it? Oh no, of course not. I just don't really know how I should respond. Despite Yuri's poem being usually cryptic, it wasn't hard to figure out what this one was about. I don't know if I'll be able to explain this one. That's fine. I understand it. Yuri's having an even harder time speaking than usual. Does this one mean a lot to you? Yuri nods. I'm not really good with words, but I'm happy that you shared it with me. So thank you, and I hope we keep spending time together. Despite my inability to make eye contact, I see a faint smile emerge on Yuri's lips. I once again try to hand the poem back to her, but instead, Yuri gently takes my hand and pushes them back toward me. I hesitate in response to her warm touch. You can, the poem is... Once again, Yuri fails to form a complete sentence. You mean I can keep it? Yuri nods. I'd love to. Again, Yuri faintly smiles, as if she doesn't want me to notice. You always make me feel nice. I know I'm not good with people, but I hope that I can return the favor sometimes. Yeah. Don't worry. I think you do a good job. Yuri finally turns back toward me. I guess we should move on before Monika says something, but I'm sure we can talk again later. Yeah, I'm sure we will. With that, Yuri timidly smiles at me. I return to my seat, so I put her poem away. Who should I show it to next? Monika! Hey, Monika. Hey, Monika. Hey, Indominus. Have you thought about what you want to submit to perform at the festival? Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people, I'll have to give it some more thought. Okay, no pressure, but whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. It would also make me happy to see. Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem. Sure. Let Monika take the poem I'm holding in my hands. Your style's gotten so refined, Indominus. Yuri's been teaching you a lot, hasn't she? Well, I guess so. Yeah, I've been noticing how much time you spend with her. I think I've heard her say more words these past couple days than she's talked in the whole year. Not sure how you did it, but that's pretty impressive. Well, she just needs some patience and a way to talk about all the things in her head, I guess. I'm still getting the hang of it myself. You're certainly putting in a lot of effort. You must really like her. It's awfully suspicious, you know? Spending time with her in the clubroom every day, reading that edgy novel with her. Well, I just feel bad that she has a hard time socializing. Makes me want to make sure she doesn't spend all her time alone. Besides, novel isn't too bad either, you know? Alright. I get you. Just be careful, alright? I know that Yuri isn't used to opening herself up. So if something bad happens when she's vulnerable, it could be really hard for her. Her books aren't a total escape from reality. They're just a bandage. You say that like I'm going to hurt her. Sorry, I didn't really mean that. If anything, she might accidentally hurt herself. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now, alright? Alright. The Lady Who Knows Everything. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders the earth, the lady who knows everything. A beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought, and here I am, a feather. Yeah, right. Lost adrift the sky, victim of the currents of the wind. Day after day, I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. When all else has failed me, when all others have turned away, the legend is all that remains, last dim star glimmering in the twilit sky. Till one day the wind ceases to blow. I fall, and I fall, and fall, and fall even more, gentle as a feather, a dry quill, expressionless. But a hand catches me between the thumb and forefinger, the hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her eyes and find no end to her gaze, a lady who knows everything, knows what I'm thinking. Before I can speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I have found every answer, all of which amounts to nothing. There is no meaning, there is no purpose, and we seek the impossible. I am not your legend. Your legend does not exist. With a breath, she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind. Interesting. I've been talking so much, my throat's dry. You know, I feel like learning and looking for answers are the sort of things that give life meaning. Not to get too philosophical or anything, but it was kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about. I see. I never really put much thought into it. In a way, it's almost paradoxical. Because if we had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose meaning? You know, there's one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in the club prefers, right, about things that are more sad than happy. Are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? Humans aren't two-dimensional creatures. I think you know that better than anyone. You mean one-dimensional? Ah, yeah, that. Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not that good? It'd be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put so much into. But if you find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier. Because instead of just telling you that your writing is good, okay, or bad, they want to focus more on everything that went into it. The things you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way. It'll make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own literature club, don't you think? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Who should I tell? Sayori! It's nice, I guess. Come on, I can already tell you don't like it. Well, you don't need to worry about what I think. After all, you wrote this for someone else, didn't you? Probably Yuri. Eh? I didn't write this for anyone specifically. Maybe. That's not really what I meant, though. But it's okay. Making new friends, just like I was hoping. That makes me really happy. But you're happy too, right? In this club. Well, of course I am. Good. That's all that matters to me. Thank you, Indominus. Sayori, is there something wrong? Huh? No, nothing. I'm just a little tired today. Alright. Just tell me if you need anything. I will. Don't worry about me, okay? You can go play with everyone else now. If you insist. Yay. I'm gonna go home a little bit early today. Sayori, tell Monika I wasn't feeling well, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. Before I can say anything else, Sayori cheerfully walks to the classroom, humming to herself. That's weird. Natsuki. Oh man, this is seriously a step backwards. I liked your last two way better than this one. I mean, I guess I can't be mad at you for trying different things, as long as you're not just trying to impress Yuri or something like that. Gross. Okay, like I said, I'm allowed to try new things. Why are you so emotionally invested in my poems anyway? Isn't that more of a compliment to me? No, gross. It's not like I care. It's just that one of us in this club has to make sure you're not slacking off. Really? Well, what if you end up just scaring me away? That's, it's not like you actually do that. Yeah, you're right. It's kind of fun to hang out here. Even if I have to put up with you. Gah. Natsuki elbows connection with my stomach. Oh, maybe I wouldn't mind scaring you away after all. I was just joking. Oh, I know. Don't worry, I was too. How the hell do you call that a joke? That seriously hurt. Maybe it was funny to her. I guess that's kind of the point. I really just watched my mouth around Natsuki. Anyway, Natsuki holds her poem out to me like nothing even happened. I'll be your beach. Your mind is so full of troubles and fears that diminish your wonder over the years, but today I have a special place, a beach for us to go. A shore reaching beyond your sight, a sea that sparkles with brilliant light, the walls in your mind that will melt away before the sudden glow. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you dream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought had left you long ago. Let's bury your heavy thoughts in a pile of sand, bathe in sunbeams and hold my hand. Wash your insecurities in the salty sea, and let me see your shine. Let's leave your memories in a footprint trail, set you free in my windy sail, and remember the reasons you're wonderful when you press your lips to mine. I'll be the beach that watches your worries away. I'll be the beach that you dream about each day. I'll be the dream that makes your heart leap in a way you thought had left you long ago. But if you let me be by your side, your own beach, your own escape, you'll learn to love yourself again. Yeah, I felt like I kept writing about negative things, so I wanted to write something with a nice message for once. Besides, the beach is awesome. Kind of hard to write anything negative about the beach, so you decided to write about the beach first and come up with the message later. Yeah, well, it's only because of what happened yesterday. I mean, after Yuri and I realized we both kind of wrote the same thing. She wanted to pick a topic, and have us both write about it or whatever. I see. Something tells me the poem Yuri showed me isn't the one she plans on sharing with anyone else. Of course, I chose not to mention that to Natsuki. Ugh, you can really see her doing that. Making us write about a simple topic and trying to impress me by coming up with something all fancy. Well, it's not like I care. I just did it anyway. I mean, I guess mine ended up being kind of metaphorical, too. There's nothing wrong with doing that once in a while. At the very least, it was good practice. Okay, you three. We're all done sharing poems, right? Why don't we start figuring out... Hold on a second. Is it just me, or did you just say something strange just now? Eh? Something did just sound a bit unusual. That's right. You deviated from your usual catchphrase when addressing the club. Catchphrase? I'll have a catchphrase. Jeez. Why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it. Ew. Stagnating air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. Well, thanks for foreshadowing a foreshadow. In your books, maybe. Look, the only difference is that Sayori isn't here. Ah. Seems you're right. Sigh. Sayori always helps lighten the mood a little bit, doesn't she? It's almost like everyone's balance is thrown off when she's not around. Where the heck did she run off to anyway? I thought she just wanted to pee. Natsuki, please, show some decency. Oh, come on. She wasn't actually feeling too well and went home. That's so. She's alright. Seriously? Of all the times to not go home with her, you picked the day she's not feeling well? So much for you two being all lovey-dovey. No. First of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sayori. And second, she's kind of been avoiding me today, so I didn't want to force it. How? That curious expression coming from Yuri of all people. Calm down, guys. I talked to her earlier, and everything's fine. Why am I stuttering? What did she say? Anyway, we need to figure out the rest of the festival's preparations, so let's decide what everyone else will be doing this weekend. I already know what I'm doing. That's right. Natsuki will be making cupcakes. But we might need a lot of them, in different flavors. Can you handle that all by yourself, Natsuki? Challenge accepted. And as for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Sayori will be helping me design them. And as for Yuri, you can, guys, can you help me with something for Yuri? I'm useless. No, that's not it at all. The most talented person here, you know? Now Natsuki's pouting too, huh? Jeez, even I can tell now. I guess I never gave Sayori enough credit, but I can tell things are harder for her when she's not around. That may be the case. But if I can't be the leader on my own, then I won't grow as a person. So, Yuri, you have the most beautiful handwriting, you know? You should make some banners and decorations to help set the atmosphere. Atmosphere? About that. I love atmosphere. Yuri's expression suddenly changes as she stares at her desk in focus and starts nodding to herself. Her mind is already racing, I see. That's great. You'll be wonderful help, Yuri. But anyway, that just leaves you, Dominus. One who's truly useless. Don't say that. In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri have some pretty heavy tasks to handle. It would probably go a long way for one of them to have a hand. You could always help me out as well. I really appreciate that. Is Monika suggesting I spend a weekend with one of my club members? How on earth are they going to respond to a suggestion like that? I suppose I wouldn't mind a bit of help. Well, even if you didn't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work I can give you. It's not like Monika's going to give me a choice, and you shouldn't be sitting on your butt anyway. Natsuki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses like that. If I recall, Natsuki, you mentioned that you'd be able to handle the baking on your own. Indominus may not like being around you if you only make him out to a nuisance, so therefore, he may be suited to assist with the decorations. Hold on, I never said that. How hard could it be to make a few decorations anyway? Sounds more like you're making excuses for Indominus, too. What are you saying? It would be extremely meticulous work, and baking isn't. Just what do you think? Guys, let's settle down for a moment. In the end, I think it's Indominus to decide how he'd like to contribute. Besides, he hasn't really gotten a chance to spend any time with me yet, you know? So I'm sure he's interested, and you literally just said. I'm surprised as well. Sorry. I was just saying, though. Jeez. Can we just settle this already? Yeah. Dominus, you're okay with this, right? In the end, it's up to you. Of course. Very well. In that case, everyone looked straight at me. Of course, I'm going to go with Yuri. Duh. Sayori's an option? I'm obviously not doing Natsuki or Monika, because I'm more interested in Yuri, but Sayori's an option. This is hard. I gotta go with Sayori, I'm sorry. I mean, if it's going to be anyone, then I'd prefer helping Sayori. I mean, we're already neighbors, but Monika said that Sayori was helping her. Jeez, do you really hate us that much? No. Sorry, I didn't mean to be this difficult. Just think of the club, okay? You are going to deny me my decision, Monika? Fine, I'll go with Yuri. I'll probably go useful helping out Yuri. Me? You wanted this, Yuri. Are you serious? Why would you... Natsuki, I can already tell you're about to say something mean. No, I was just saying, ugh. So you'll be helping Yuri then, Indominus? Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm glad. I have a bad habit of overthinking these sort of things, so I think your assistance will be very useful. That's great to hear. Natsuki, will you be able to handle the baking yourself? I mean, yeah, I already said I would be fine. Okay. Everyone can tell that Natsuki is feeling a little sour. So is that everything we needed to go over? Yeah, that should be about it. Are you guys excited? Yeah, excited might not be the right word, but I suppose I'm looking forward to it a bit. Do you feel the same way, Indominus? Me? I guess I could say I'm interested to see how it'll turn out. That's good enough for me. What about you, Natsuki? Natsuki? What? Why is everyone yelling at me? I didn't even do anything. No, that's not what I meant at all. Yuri anxiously glances between everyone in the room. I'm sorry for this. I don't really know why Indominus picked me. And also, your cupcakes are the best cupcakes I've ever had. They go really well with my tea. And nothing that I do for an event would compare to that. So I get it. I'm kind of surprised though. Why? Well, I'm the one acting immature. I already know that. But you're trying to cheer me up all of a sudden. I know, I'm not very good at it. I'm sorry if I said something bad. Natsuki isn't the only one surprised. Monika and I are also taken back by Yuri's words. When she already has some trouble with words, trying to cheer someone up must be far out of her comfort zone. But I begin to understand. Yuri's trying to sound like Sayori. Even if it didn't work perfectly, I can tell she tried saying something Sayori would say at this time. Because Sayori always helps everyone smile and feel good about themselves. No, I kind of appreciate it. I'm sorry for making a big deal out of nothing. But I'm going to say this. You better bet that my cupcakes are going to be the best part of the whole event. I believe you. Yeah. Hope to see everyone do their best. But with that, there's nothing more for today. So I guess it's time for us to head out. Alright, let's get out of here then. Everyone packs up their things. I start to follow Monika and Natsuki outdoors. They chat between each other. I turn around. Sorry. Realized that I don't have any way of contacting you this weekend. Oh, you're right. I can't believe that slipped my mind. Should I give you my phone number? I think that would be the best way, yes. Alright then. You and I exchange phone numbers. Okay. I'll be stopping by your house on Sunday. My house? Is that a problem? No, not at all. I just thought I'd be the one going to your house since I'm the one helping you. I suppose that makes sense, but if you don't mind, I would prefer going to your house. Alright. In that case, it won't be a problem. I decided not to press Yuri for a reason. It's not like it should matter either way, so I'll just need to make sure my room is clean. I hope I can manage myself useful in some way. I'm not nearly as creative as you are. Don't underestimate yourself, Indominus. I think that will make a very productive team. Even if you only chose me because you felt bad or something. Wait, you don't actually think that, do you? I don't know. It's difficult to come up with any other reason you would have chosen me. You're forgetting the one reason with the most common sense. I chose to help you because that's what I want to do. But, Yuri thinks to herself with an extreme tense expression, Yuri, you're overthinking this. You want me to point out what you're thinking over, right? Thinking over? Oh my god. It's super late. I didn't realize. I'm telling you I want to. That's all there is to it. Do you believe me? Yuri thinks really hard again. She looked straight into my eyes for a long while. I believe you. As if it took tremendous effort. Yuri finally says that and relaxes her expression. And I'm really looking forward to Sunday. Yeah, I am too. After that exchange, I make my way out the door and Yuri follows. I can't believe this. Yuri is coming to my house on Sunday? Even though I thought I'd prefer to do this with Sayori, my anxiety still shoots through the roof. I guess I've gotten pretty used to her handling at this point, but who knows what might end up happening when we're outside of school. It's raining that bad. She even told me she was looking forward to it. I shake my head. Why do I feel nervous that Sayori finds out about this? It's not like we feel that way about each other. Besides, like Monika said, this is about a club. I have nothing to worry about. If I go with it, then I'll have a good time. It's already Sunday. Gotten increasingly anxious about Yuri's upcoming visit. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. Yuri is clearly an introvert and also an intimate person in general. There's no doubt that she'll open up a little bit when it's just the two of us. Just the two of us. It won't make it if we try. Just the two of us. Meanwhile, we've even been texting occasionally. She was extremely apprehensive at first, but it wasn't long before I was already learning more about her. But putting Yuri aside, I haven't heard anything from Sayori since she left club earlier the day. It's not like we text each other all the time or anything, but I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. Between what Sayori said and what Monika said, is it really okay for me to put Sayori's feelings aside when she might need me? I decide to visit Sayori before Yuri comes over. Rather than asking, I simply tell her I'm coming over, much like we've done in the past. Once I reach Sayori's house, I knock on the door before entering it myself. Again, we used to play so often, we've made it a habit of simply entering each other's house, like we're family. The house is quiet. Sayori isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I assume she's up in her room. It's already strange for her to not run down and greet me. I head up to her bedroom, where I finally find her. Sayori? Hey, Indominus. I sit down in her room. Sayori forces a smile, but it's easy to tell that she's different. There's a minute of silence between us. You haven't come over like this in a long time, have you? I guess you're right. It has been a long time. Not much has really changed, has it? Sayori's room is as messy as it's always been. It looks pretty clean. Compared to my room, jeez. I always recognize the stuffed animals and the wall decorations that she's had for years now. If you came over more often, it wouldn't be such a mess. That's because I end up cleaning it for you. How come you suddenly wanted to come over today? Aren't you supposed to see Yuri today? Yeah, but wait, how did you know that? Sayori had already left by the time we decided that last meeting. Monika told me. It's only natural for her to keep me informed about the festival preparations, right? Yeah, that's true. What about you? Aren't you going to help Monika today? Of course, but I'm just helping her online. We didn't plan to meet up or anything. Ah, so it's just me and Yuri then. Yep. There's more silence between us. Sayori stares in a random direction. Everything about her behavior is uncharacteristic. I finally get to the point. I just wanted to see how you were doing. After you left on Friday, when something's wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well. So, Sayori smiles, shaking her head. That's no good, Indominus, eh? Why can't it just be like it's always been? This is all my fault. If I didn't get so weak and accidentally express my feelings, if I didn't make that stupid mistake, then you wouldn't have worried about me at all. You wouldn't have come here. You wouldn't have been thinking about me right now. But this is just my punishment, isn't it? I'm getting punished for being so selfish. I think that's why the world decided to have you come over today. It just wants you to torture me. Sayori! I grabbed Sayori by the shoulders. What on earth are you saying? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something happened to you. There's no other way to explain for you being like this. So tell me already. Until I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it. Sayori gives me an empty smile. You really put me in a trap, Indominus, but you're wrong. Nothing happened to me. I've always been like this. You're just seeing it for the first time. Seeing what? What are you talking about, Sayori? You're really just going to make me say it, aren't you, Indominus? I guess I have no choice this time. The thing is, I've had really bad depression my whole life. Did you know that? Why do you think I'm late to school every day? Because most days I can't find a reason to get out of bed. What reason is there to do anything when I fully know how worthless I am? Why go to school? Why eat? Why make friends? Why make other people put their energy and care to wasting by having them spend it with me? And that's what it feels like. And that's why I just don't want to make everyone happy, without anyone worrying about me. I'm in shock. I can't figure out how to respond. How is it possible that Sayori kept this from me the entire time that I've known her? Did she really want so badly for me to just not think about her? Why, Sayori? Eh? Why is it that you never told me about this? It almost feels like I've been betrayed as your close friend. Because if I knew, I would have done everything I could to support you. Even if there's only so much that I could do. I would have tried a little bit harder to make every day a little bit better for you. That's why I'm your friend. All you had to do was tell me. You don't understand it at all, Indominus. Why do you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, then you'd waste effort caring about me instead of doing important things. I don't want to be cared about. It's bittersweet when people try to care about me. It feels nice sometimes, but it all feels like a bat swung against my head. That's why I wanted so badly for you to make friends with everyone else. Helping everyone be happy together is the best thing for me. But then I discovered something else too. Seeing you make friends and get closer with everyone in the club feels like a spear going through my heart. So that's why. That's why I decided the world just wants to torture me. Every path leads to nothing but hurt. You're right that I don't understand. I don't understand your feelings at all, Sayori. But I don't need to understand. Whatever it takes for me to help you stop hurting. That's what I'll do. No, Indominus. There's nothing. Nothing at all. The only thing that could have helped is if everything could be like it always was. But I was selfish. I finally showed you what a horrible person I am. Tears streaked down Sayori's face. I made you join the literature club because I was selfish. And I was punished by my heart hurting in a way that I could never understand. Now you came here, and I made you hurt too. I'm just weak and selfish. That's all I am. And that's why I'm going to accept these punishments. Because I deserve every last one. Not thinking, I once again grabbed Sayori's shoulders. This time I pulled her into a tight embrace. Indominus, Sayori. I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile. If I make friends with everyone else, then that's just a bonus. But please never underestimate how much I care about you. I wouldn't have it any other way. Indominus? Sayori isn't hugging me back. Despite my arms being wrapped around her, Sayori's arms remain at her sides. She starts sobbing next to my ear. No, don't do this to me. Please don't do this. Indominus. Sayori managed to speak between her sobs. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, but all I want for her to know I care. If you have it in you to call yourself selfish, then you have to let me be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change. I'll make these feelings go away. If there's anything that you need me to do, then you better tell me. I'll get mad if you don't. I don't know. Gently, Sayori finally puts her arms around me in return. I don't know anything. It's all really scary. I don't understand any of my feelings, Indominus. The only time I'm not feeling myself, feeling nothing, is when I'm in pain. But your hugs are so warm, and that's really scary too. Sayori lets me go. She does, I let go of her as well. The festival's tomorrow. Yeah. It's going to be fun, right? Yeah. How would you like me to spend it with you? This is what I want, I promise. I think that would be nice then. Yeah. Sayori wipes her eyes. If I could spend the whole day here, I would. All days, this has to be the one day where I have other plans. Maybe I should cancel. No, don't. Please don't. If you did that, then I really wouldn't forgive you. But it's almost time for Yuri to meet at my house. At the very least, you want to come along and help out? It would be fun. To my surprise, Sayori shakes her head. I'm sorry. I don't know if that would be very good for me today. You understand, right? It's kind of hard for me to fully understand. But I'm trying my hardest. It's okay. Don't worry too much about it. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Alright. I look forward to it. I say goodbye to Sayori and exit her house. On the way home, I find myself still feeling uneasy. But it's hard for me to keep thinking about it when Yuri is about to come over, too. I think Sayori's right. I shouldn't be worried too much, and it definitely is going to be a great time tomorrow. I should just focus on what's ahead of me. As I approach my house, I see something that makes me feel a moment of panic. Yuri? Thank goodness. You're a little early. I'm sorry I wasn't home yet. Were you waiting for a long time? No, I just got here. I started to get really nervous when nobody answered the doorbell. You're always good at texting me. If I'd known, I would have reassured you and hurried more on my way home. I suppose that's true. I didn't think of that for some reason. It should be common sense to do that, but I decided to ignore it. Anyway, let's go inside. So you brought a lot of stuff with you. That's right. And did you manage to find everything I asked you to buy as well? Yeah, pretty much. At least I hope I got everything right. I'm pretty sure it'll be fine. I take Yuri to my room. First thing she does is glance around curiously. What is wrong with me? Which makes me feel anxious. It's so clean. I cleaned it before he came over, so that's very considerate of you to do. No. I would be very embarrassed in my room. Be messy if you were here. Well, I do enjoy cleaning. I would have gladly helped you clean. That'd be even more embarrassing. Wow. Yeah. Wait, don't look in there. I snatched Yuri's wrist, which was in the process of opening a desk drawer of mine. I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking for some reason. I was just spacing out. It's fine, it's fine. I let go of Yuri's wrist. She pulled her hands firmly in her lap, as if making sure keeps track of them. So, should we get started? Yes. I have a few things planned that you can help with. Decorations and other atmosphere enhancements. Atmosphere enhancements? You know, mood lighting or aromatherapy candles. Oh, wow. I didn't know you planned on taking it that far. Of course. I want to help take our guests to a faraway place. Although, many will just stop out just curiosity. For cupcakes, I guess. I'm determined to provide an experience that will leave many wanting for more. That's great. It's easy to forget that you're a pretty intense person. Intense? I guess that's the best way to put it. Is that a bad thing? No, not at all. Something that I like about you, actually. Is that so? It makes me feel relieved. And kind of happy. Yeah, no need to be so anxious. You can relax a little. Relax. I brought some things for relaxation. I was going to use them during the poetry event. Oh yeah? Like what? Let's see. Yuri rummages through her bag. She pulls out a few candles and a wood cylinder-shaped object. I did some shopping on the way out, so I happen to have these in my bag. I plan to cover the windows in black paper and use candles to light the room. I think that would be amazing, don't you? Yeah, that would be really neat. What's the wooden thing, though? Oh, this? It's a diffuser for essential oils. How familiar are you with aromatherapy? Not familiar in the slightest. Is that so? It's one of my favorite contributors to a positive atmosphere. Depending on the oils or herbs you choose, you can change the mood of the air itself. Sorry. You can even feel it permeate through your body. Relaxation, positive energy, romance, reflection. It's almost like magic. Yuri takes the cylinder and pushes a switch on the bottom. In just a moment, thin ray of vapor begins to spout through a small hole on the top. Wow, that smells wonderful. What kind of mood is this one for? This is jasmine-scented oil. It smells a little sweet and flowery, right? Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. I chose jasmine for the event because it provides more than relaxation. Jasmine enhances your emotions and helps them flow through your body. You feel warmer. Your heart pounds more heavy. Don't you think that would be perfect for sharing our poems? It does sound suitable, but you seem to know a lot about this, so I trust your opinion with anything. Yuri smiles gently, clearly enjoying herself. She again reaches into her bag and pulls out several spools of thin ribbon. What are those for? Well, bondage. Did you purchase the origami paper like I asked? Yeah, I have it over here. I won't be using the paper for folding on origami. What I like to do is write a word on each paper. We'll need about 100 of them. Oh yeah? What will those be used for? I'm going to cut pieces of ribbon to hang on the doorway of the classroom. Then we can fasten the paper onto each of the ribbons and create a doorway arch. Wouldn't that be beautiful? It would also catch the eye of those passing by the room. It may attract some to peek inside. That's really creative. I had no idea you'd be so good at this, Yuri. Is that so? Well, I suppose I do get a little intense, as you put it. Stop yawning. You're not bored. Uh-huh. Yuri giggles with red cheeks. Just me, or is she more relaxed when it's just the two of us? We can make it if we try, just the two of us. Or maybe it's an excitement she feels from sharing something that she enjoys. Here's a marker, Indominus. You can write any characters you want. I'll help you once I finish cutting the ribbons. Alright. Sitting on the floor together, the two of us get to work. I carefully draw a different character on each paper, doing my best to manage my bad handwriting. Yuri unravels a long strand of red ribbon to her desired length. Then she reaches into her bag once more and pulls out a pocket knife. The knife is strangely beautiful. A knife! I predicted it earlier. The silver handle has an intricate pattern of waves etched into it. The blade itself is gently tinted blue. That's no ordinary pocket knife. Looks really fancy. Well, embarrassed, Yuri looks okay then. What is it? You're going to think it's weird. Yuri, whatever it is, I have no reason to judge. To each their own, you know? If you promise you won't be weirded out. Yeah, I promise. Alright. The thing is, I'm kinda into knives. They're just so pretty. I can't help it. I don't know what it is. A combination of craftsmanship, the feeling of danger, maybe. What am I saying? Please don't think I'm weird for this. You're laughing at me, aren't you? No, I'm not laughing at you. It's funny how nervous you got about sharing. It's an interesting thing to be into, I guess. But I think it kind of suits you. It suits me? Yeah, it's kind of intense. Besides, it's a really cool-looking knife. I can't deny that. It is, isn't it? Yuri relaxes her expression once again. Would you like to hold it? Sure, I'll check it out. Yuri carefully hands me the knife with the handle facing me. I take it and turn it around in my hands. It feels heavy and extremely solid. Where do you even get a knife like this? Curious of its sharpness, I feel the point of the dagger in my index finger. Ow! Indominus, why'd you do that? I didn't expect it to be that sharp. Barely touched it at all. It's my fault. I should have warned you. This knife is extremely sharp. It can cut through skin like it's paper. Oh no. A small drop of blood trickles down the side of my finger. Yuri takes my hand and gives the wound a closer work. Stares at it and noticeably fidgets. You're squeamish, I'll go wash it off now. Without warning, Yuri puts my finger in her mouth and licks the wound. The more you know. I feel her tongue curl around my finger. Startled, I instinctively pull my hand back. Oh, please forgive me. I wasn't thinking. Yuri lowers her head, her face burning out. Yuri, that's the most embarrassing thing I've ever done. How could I do something like that? I'm sorry. Sure was a little weird and took me by surprise, but I guess she was just trying to help, right? Yuri, I think you're overreacting a little. She doesn't lift her head. What if she doesn't recover in this from the rest of the afternoon? Alright, you know what? This might be a stupid thing to do, but I do it anyway. Take Yuri's hand and lick her index finger in return. Dominus, did you really just do that? Now we're even. Yuri just looks at me like I did something wrong. I knew that would be a bad idea. If not for the sweet aroma of the jasmine oil, the air would be extremely heavy right now. You're so weird, Indominus. Yuri giggles shyly. Yuri calling me weird? I have no response to that. Where do you keep your bandages? I don't think I need one, actually. Oh, it was a tiny cut. Look, it already stopped bleeding. I see. That's relieving. The tension is quickly lifted. We can each resume our respective activities. I watch Yuri's knife cut through the ribbon like it's nothing but air. Meanwhile, I continue to make progress on the paper. After we finish attaching... Is my closet now open? After we finish attaching the paper to the ribbons, we lay them all side by side. It looked better than I expected, with a very effective as a door curtain. Looks great. Good thinking coming up with this, Yuri. Aw, thanks. It's just something I saw online, really. Are you ready to move on to the next task? Yeah, let's do it. What do you have in mind? I'd like to create a banner. That's why I asked you to buy the paint tablets. Ah, that's right. One of the items Yuri had asked you to buy was a kit of watercolor paint tablets. We'll need about 6 cups of water to put each of the tablets in. Do you mind fetching those for us? Of course not. 6 cups of water. I'll be right back in a minute. Thank you very much. Oh, just a little bit of water is okay. If you fill up the cups too much, it'll be too diluted. Taking Yuri's advice, I decided to use a small plastic bathroom cups rather than full-size glasses. I put them on a paper plate, catch any paint that drips, and bring it back into my room. Why? There's so many noises. Yuri? Yes? I come in to see Yuri quickly unrolling her sleeve, pulling it back over her arm. Ah, nothing. Your face is a little red. It's too hot in here, or anything. No, not at all. There's nothing wrong, so let's mix the paint. Yuri hurriedly dismisses me and takes it upon herself to unwrap the tablets, dropping them into the cups. So, I thought we would do something simple that would look very nice. I like to paint a gradient across the border, starting with the colors for sunrise, then daytime, then sunset, and nighttime. Once it dries, I'll write an inspirational quote across the banner. You can hang it on the wall behind the podium at the front of the class. Ah, neat. What are you gonna write? Well, it'd be more fun to surprise you. Yuri smiles at me. Death. If you say so. After rolling out the banner, Yuri and I kneel on opposite sides so we don't get in the way of each other. Yuri uses a brush to add dots of different colors across the banner to serve as a color guide where we paint. This kind of reminds me of elementary school. Painting on a banner with watercolors feels a lot like art class projects we had done back then. It's relaxing. I'm sorry if this feels too childish. Now, I didn't mean that. It's kind of fun, you know? Yeah. It is fun. I'm glad you feel that way, too. Yuri stops painting for a moment, thinking to herself, for me, I don't need to go out and do crazy things to have fun. In fact, I usually don't even want to. I just like when I can spend time with another person. Even if it's something simple, like reading. It doesn't even matter if we don't talk much. Just having a friend next to me makes me feel a little bit nicer. I think that's all it takes for me to be happy. Is that so? Even if Yuri and I are quite different, I can understand where she's coming from. I can feel the way about things like anime and games, where simply sharing the experience with someone can make someone happy. I think I feel the same way. Yuri smiles gently. I knew you'd understand. Yuri leans over the banner and grabs an unused paintbrush, but I move at the same time, causing my head to bump into hers. Kaya? Sorry. Yuri reels back and I quickly lift my hands in surprise. Are you hurt? No, I'm not hurt. Just startled me, that's all. Sorry, I should have asked you to get it for me. It's not your fault. Ah, your face. There are droplets of paint on Yuri's face and neck. Is there something on my face? Yeah, I accidentally got paint on you. Sorry, it's totally my fault. I'll get a towel right away. I rush out, fetch a small towel, then I dampen with hot water. Turn to my room, kneel back in front of her face. Here. Pat down Yuri's face and neck with a towel. Ah, is there something wrong? It's hot, I just didn't expect it. Sorry. I didn't want to use cold water. Having finished, I started to retract my hand. But Yuri suddenly holds my wrist. Wait, just for a little longer. Feels really nice. I keep my hand still against Yuri's neck. She keeps looking into my eyes. It's an intense expression that I recognize from when she reads her books. Almost as she's lost in a daze, enveloped by her own thoughts. She breathes gently, half through slightly parted lips. What is happening? Is the aroma of jasmine oil giving me this dizzy feeling? Yuri's gentle fingers wrapped around my wrist send a tingling sensation through my arm. And suddenly her face seems to be much more closer to mine than it was a moment ago. Ah. Yuri slowly pulls away. Sorry. Feeling a little lightheaded today. I didn't mean to space out. It's fine. The moment is over as soon as it began. Yuri picks up her brush again, but her movements seem clumsier, like she's unable to focus. I remain silent, forcing to ignore the event that just transpired. I accidentally retrieved my own brush and continued following Yuri's example. That should do it. I finished filling the night sky with white dots that looked like stars. I looked at the banner as a whole. It's very pretty, and naturally looking. I think it came out better than I expected. I'm really happy with the result. Yeah, me too. Are you going to add the lettering now? Not yet. It needs to dry first. That's true, but won't that take a while? Well, perhaps it would be best to leave it here, and then you bring it in the morning. I can do the lettering in class before the event starts. Is that okay? That's totally fine. Wonderful. In that case, I don't think there's anything more for us to do here. Phew. You say that like you're glad it's over. Was I wrong to assume that you were at least enjoying yourself a little bit? Oh no, it's not that. I'm just glad that you managed to get everything done. I see. I am too. I was a little concerned about time. I need to start making dinner soon. Ah, so you don't have any time left? Secretly hoping we'd have extra time after finished working. Well, Yuri thinks to herself, I think it would be too irresponsible for me to wait much longer. I'm sorry. I was hoping there'd be more time as well. It's probably my fault. Sorry for being such a slow worker. No, it's not your fault at all. And the important thing is that we got everything done, right? Yeah. So, I shouldn't be disappointed or anything. Gathering all our things, Yuri seems to look downcast. I understand why. Sounds like she really get the opportunity to spend time with friends in a relaxed environment. But that doesn't mean it has to be the last time it can happen. Once Yuri packs up, I walk her to the front door. Thank you very much for having me today. No problem. I was glad I was able to help. Just let me know if there's anything else you need me to bring tomorrow. I will. Well then. Yuri fidgets. I guess I'll see you tomorrow. Wait. I kind of say that without thinking. About today. It's fine that we didn't have as much time as we wanted because we can do this again. Whenever you want, you can come over, or we can go out somewhere. I forget you don't like going out much. As I stumbled over my words, Yuri simply smiles bashfully. Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say, so you're very helpful and dominant. Yuri takes a step closer to me, then briefly squeezes my hand. I kind of like that about you. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? But I don't even get a chance to as suddenly Yuri pulls back. Sayori? Eh? Hi, Indominus. Sayori. Just now we weren't... It's okay, Indominus. I just stopped by to say hi. Why didn't the music stop? Well, it's nice to see you. I'm sorry, but I'm already on my way to leave. Aw, really? That's really too bad. I'm sorry. But we'll be together at the festival tomorrow, so that's fine, right? Of course. Sayori beams. Yeah, so I'll see you tomorrow. Clearly embarrassed, Yuri hurls off. Sayori waves goodbye after her. Sayori, I thought you didn't want to come over today. Well, I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was being really mean to me. So I had to come over and see it for myself. See what? What are you talking about? You know, how much fun you were having with Yuri, and how close you got to her. Makes me really happy that you made such good friends. That's all that matters to me. Tears start to fall down Sayori's face. That's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way, Indominus? I'm supposed to be happy for you. Why does it feel like my heart is splitting in half? It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. It'd be so much better if it could just disappear. Sayori, don't say that. It's true, Indominus. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Monika was right. I should just... Monika? Monika was right about what? Sayori, what I said before is true. I'm not going to let this continue. Caring about you like this isn't a burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. It's something that I wouldn't trade for anything else. So even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel any pain. But... Sayori looks away. Put a hand on her shoulder to reassure her. I'm scared, Indominus. I'm really scared. What are you scared of, Sayori? I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me. Sayori, it's true, isn't it? I was weak and started to like you too much. I did this to myself. Indominus, I like you so much that I want to die. That's how I feel. And that's enough, Sayori. I don't want you to hurt anymore. I slide my hand down Sayori's arm and squeeze her hand in my own. Do you remember how I said I always know what's best for you? Do you still believe me? Wordless, Sayori nods. Even if you don't understand all your own feelings, I know that you need the most right now. And that's what I'm going to give you. Don't make me do this, game! I'm not in the right headspace to do this. I mean, I guess if I say I love you, it could be in a friend way. Sure, why not? I love you. I love you. Eh? Those are my true feelings. So there's no way you could like me more than I like you. I should have realized it sooner, but spending time with everyone at that club, making new friends, and having fun with you every day helped me realize that you are truly the most important person to me. That's why I'll accept any of your burdens, as long as we continue like this every day, with you by my side. Then I know we'll both be happy. And Dominus. Suddenly, Sayori wraps her hands around me tightly. Dominus, is this really okay? Yeah. I held Sayori in my arms as she pulls me closer. You'll never have to let go of me again. I love you, Dominus. I want to be with you forever. Me too. I feel Sayori's grip around me weaken a little bit. What is this? Sayori, I'm supposed to be happy right now. I always thought this would be the happiest moment for me. But why, even now? Why won't the rain clouds go away? They're not going away at all. It's okay, Sayori. It might take some time for things to get better again. But no matter how long it takes, I'll be there every step of the way. That's all that matters right now. Okay, I trust you. Sayori and I slowly release each other. So, I guess that makes the festival tomorrow our first date, huh? What are you saying? I don't want to think about those things, you know? I want everything to be the same as it always has been. Even if we really are a couple. I don't know if I could handle anything more right now. It's really new and scary to me. I understand. We'll go at whatever pace suits you best. Hey, Dominus? Sayori gazes at me once more, smiling sadly. Even if I get really, really sad, this is the best thing for me, right? Eh? I don't really understand what Sayori means by me. Are you saying that this is making you feel sad, Sayori? I don't know. I don't understand what I'm feeling. I felt like a bunch of thorns when you told me you loved me. And that's why I want to trust you. You know what's best for me. Yeah, I do. That's my promise. I say that, but in reality, I've never felt more uncertain when it comes to Sayori. I know that I love her and she loves me. I'm having as much trouble understanding Sayori's feelings as she is. Even though I can comfort her, I keep wondering if I should be doing something more or something different. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back to the way they were. Is this what Sayori meant by not wanting anything to change? I don't know. But I know that I'll give it everything I've got. Sayori's the most important person to me. I'll do whatever it takes to be happy, have a happy future with her. It's the day of the festival, and that's where I'm going to leave it off in this episode. I'm so stricken because I want to pursue Yuri, but I'm being forced in a way to comfort Sayori because I don't want her to die because she said that in her poem. Or when she was talking to me. I forget which one it was. But I've been in Dominus Warfare. This has been Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. Keep in mind, if this is similar, I honestly don't know because I haven't personally played it. If this is similar, I don't know if Plus is just supposed to be like an extras thing or whatnot, or if it's a sequel, prequel, separate thingy mahooza. I don't know. But this is Doki Doki Literature Plus. So, I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Why am I messing up the hand thing all the time? Oh. I gotta save. Shush. Save. Exit. Yes. What? What? Oh my. What?